You noticed me. Thank you.
Let me go check right now. Just gonna remind him again. You gotta get on. Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you, Dawn. Well, well, you know what we could do? Let's just start. Yep. No. Um, I don't have rambles and we don't have quorum. We would need a fifth person. But there's one, two, there's four. If if Wendy was here, you'd have five. Five for quorum. No. Oh no no no! I'm sorry. You don't need it. You can have five virtual, but you only have one virtual. You get three in the room. There's only four. You need five for quorum. Okay. Yeah, but they're not here physically. That doesn't count for quorum. Right. I was just saying if Wendy was here, you could start. That was my point. Call the meeting to order. Yeah. Just call the meeting to order. Um, Today is the 21st. Um, Hi. How are you doing? On is on Zoom. Yeah, I printed you out one too, just to show you that one. I put a few things in yellow, like um, this one is a withdrawal. This one is yeah, still hold off on this one. And I did like Council Dozer, and then there's another one that I have to be able to tonight. I think it might be that one. Sue Fink is here, maybe that one. What is? Green, maybe. Oh, budget finance, sorry. Do you need water? How about empty water bottle? No, take it, no, take it, take it, take it. Yeah, mm. Let's- Yeah, I know. I'm just like, you know.
You good? You good?
Is this on yet?
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the Lawrence City Council meeting, the regular meeting for October 21st, 2025, pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Act of 2022. This meeting will be hybrid, allowing participation both in person at 165 Crawford Street, South Lawrence East Complex, as well as remotely. The Zoom link for this meeting was provided to anybody that requested. This meeting is also transmitted live through the Lawrence City Council Facebook page as well as the Lawrence City Council YouTube page. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Counselor Levy,
Present.
noted that Counselor Levy is remote. Counselor LaPlante,
Present.
Counselor Luzon is noted as absent. Counselor Del Rosario,
Present.
Counselor Marmal,
Present.
Counselor Reyes,
Present.
Council Vice President Infante,
Present.
Council President Rodriguez.
Present. Please join me for a moment of silence dedicated to Frank Cody of Cody's Towing. Now join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
The flag of United States of America and the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with the
With injustice for all.
All right, we have public participation. 3 people have signed up. Uh, The rules for public participation are as follows. You're gonna have 2.5 minutes. At the 2-minute mark, you're gonna hear something, a beep, one indication that you still have 30 seconds. Please refer to this council as a whole. The first person that we have is HE. Name and address for the record, please.
Humayun Mali, 53 Chester Street. Good evening, honorable members. We, the citizens, are united to support our police officers union. Lawrence Police Department, with the impeccable leadership by Honorable Chief Morris Aguilar, doing excellent job to protect our citizens. Lawrence Police, this union of pride and honor, thank you for making Lawrence a safe city. Million thanks to our DPW workers and leadership. Thank you for making Lawrence a beautiful city. Lawrence Inspection Department, thank you for excellent job. We support your union. We must hire more employees. Lawrence Public School, with the impeccable leadership by Honorable Superintendent Ralph Guerrero, moving forward. Lawrence teachers, thank you for excellent job. We support your union. Lawrence teachers, because of you, Lawrence will rise again. Lawrence always strong. Lawrence always unite. We are proud to support our veterans. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your bravery. We must hire two positions for veterans administration. We must have the best commission on elders. We must pay our long-term city employees the same as the newly hired. We pray for the safety of all police officers and the first responder. Lawrence firefighters, with the impeccable leadership by Honorable Chief Delaney, doing excellent job. We, the Laurentian, are proud of the new Lawrence Police Officers building. Lawrence Police, a shining superstar in the sky of Lawrence.
The next person that we have is Rich Russell, Councilor Russell.
Good evening, councilors. Rich Russell, 34 Cross Street. I come to you with several bits of good news. First, I have retired from Lawrence politics after 6 tries at running for office. I probably have retired the title of being the Harold Stassen of Lawrence politics. For those of you unfamiliar with Harold Stassen, he ran for a variety of offices, totaling 19 times in 44 years, including 9 times as a presidential candidate at conventions, and 1 time for the mayor of Philadelphia. When I found out about his running for mayor, that was the turning point in my decision-making. I could not see me running for mayor and possibly winning. I would have a serious problem finding enough friends to fill all the various positions that our present mayor has created. Second, in a little over 337 hours, this crap show of an election will be over. I have followed politics since the early 60s, from Lynn to Greater Boston to Providence to New Haven to Philly and Baltimore. I can say with no problem that this election in Lawrence by some individuals is the dirtiest that I have ever seen. The end of those 337 hours cannot come soon enough. Several weeks ago, I posted a picture of the disappearing parking lane on Essex Street in front of Eastern Bank and the former Elcat Studios. A female city official made disparaging comments about me posting the picture, along with me making some valid comments. Quite frankly, lady, you don't even live in the city. I pay taxes here, you don't. Lastly, I am not particularly fond of William Galvin because of his treatment of me in the 2023 political campaign. But I will say I am as happy as a person can be to find out that Galvin and his entourage are coming to town to ensure a fair and honest election. To those of you sitting in front of me, there are some of you I wouldn't shed a tear for if you lost. There are some that have great potential, and there are some with a great deal of knowledge. I wish you all luck. To those watching, please vote. Please get out and vote. We can change Lawrence by getting people to vote. As always, thank you for the time.
Thank you. The next person that we have is Mark LaPlante, Councilor LaPlante.
Good evening, Council President. I rise today to remind folks and inform people about the next 2 individuals that are going to be unveiling the new signs for the Lawrence Square project. The good news here is that we are now going to be having it on the same days, Thursdays at 4 p.m. to eliminate any kind of confusion about the setting of the times. So the next one will be October 23rd, when we unveil the new sign for Tech Sergeant Lionel Barossa. His claim to fame was that he was in the Army Air Force, and during World War II, on a bombing run over Germany, he was looking to hit one of the factories over there. His plane was hit by anti-strapping measures, and he crashed and he died during that war. His sign is on the intersection of Easton and oof, Brown. It's in your district, Counselor. B word. I can't. Brookfield Street, Brookfield and Easton. Exactly right. Thank you. So it's going to be this on the 23rd at 4 p.m. The next one after that is Vice Admiral William Sullivan. He did not die in war. He actually lived a very long life. He was actually a vice admiral during World War II. An amazing story that you can find more about both on that day through the library and the QR codes. But he is called the father of naval salvage. He was the go-to guy during World War II, a guy from Lawrence. If there was any kind of ships that were sunk or that were damaged, that were impacting during the war at ports and such, he was in charge of getting those ships up and potentially salvaging them or at least moving them so that we can go, whether it's Pearl Harbor, or whether it's down in the Mediterranean, whether it's in the Pacific area, it didn't make a difference. This guy was one of the top guys in salvage operations, and he's from the city of Lawrence. His intersection is at the intersection of South Broadway and Salem, right where St. Patrick's Church is. His will be at 4 p.m. on October 30th. As always, I invite you all to show up. If you can't, I understand it's 50 of them. There's an awful lot. But I do want you to please be aware of their stories. Please download the QR codes, watch the YouTube video that has a narration either by me in English or Yadira Betances Muldoon in Spanish, so that you can get a flavor of some of these people whose shoulders we stand on today and what they have done to accomplish where we are as a city. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. All these names are going to be submitted for the record. So, Councilor, we have a few announcements. The Lawrence Trick or Treating Halloween Night is going to take place on Friday, October 31st, from 5 to 7 p.m. citywide. And also the Trunk or Treat event that is going to take place on the same day, October 31st, at 155 Haver Street at the center. That's gonna take place also from 5 to 7 p.m. if you don't wanna go around the neighborhoods. So those two public announcements are also gonna be submitted for the record. We are, if you don't mind, councilors, we have an item from the Budget and Finance Committee, which is item 39125, the authorization to spend $1,054,800 MVP grant from the Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs. Madam Chair and the Vice President of this council, Infante, can you provide us with the report?
Yes. Item 391-25, authorization to expend $1,054,800 from the Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Grants from the Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs was sent up to the full council with a favorable recommendation, and I make that as a formal motion.
Second.
Motion on the table, properly second, discussion.
Discussion.
Councilor Vice President Infante.
Thank you. There were 2 points before we bring it over to Groundwork Lawrence, but 2 major points that were asked about during the budget and finance discussion, aside for funding, was the flood areas that the maps show that are part of your packets, and also the safety of that area, as we are aware of the tragedy that happened in the city of Lawrence a few years ago. And if you did not watch the Budget and Finance Committee meeting, I do recommend, even regardless of the discussion that happens at this level, I do recommend for you to go back and listen to that discussion, because it was a very, very good discussion with Groundwork Lawrence. And community engagement as well, a third point. Community engagement was another major topic as we were discussing this item.
All
Thank you,
right,
Councilor.
anyone from the administration that would like to just share a few thoughts about the project?
Good evening, councilors. Thank you, Councilor President, for putting this item out of order. So we have the River to Refuge Tower Hill Waterfront Transformation Grant. This is a project that will take place on Water Street. It's about 12 acres, and it entails planning, community engagement, and some cleanup, I believe. And we're really looking forward to addressing a lot of the flood mitigation and the floodplain resiliency. So in terms of the concerns that the counselors had in the previous meeting, I did not see the meeting or watch it, but Counselor Infante, you mentioned it now. And so that's part of this grant. We're going to be enhancing the floodplain resiliency.
And the project will also, if we have anyone from groundwork, that they explain more about what the actual project intakes.
Absolutely. We have Brad here.
So Brad, do you mind going over what you,
The map is not here, the map that was shared with us.
yeah, they share
Oh,
it.
they have it? Okay.
Thank you. Brad Busher, Groundwork Lawrence, 50 Island Street. Thank you, Council President. This is a 2-year project. The first year will be focused on concept development for this 12-acre parcel, as Lily outlaid earlier. At the end of that first year, we hope to have the majority of engagement done, particularly with residents, stakeholders throughout the Lower Tower Hill neighborhood and the city at large. And then in the second year, we will focus on developing 60% plans. So it'll take us all the way up to being able to permit this 12-acre park at the end of the project.
Essentially, what we have is the water frontage being developed as a park and the recreational area, right?
Yes, it is. At the east end of the site, there's a new park that's actually being built. The groundbreaking is on Friday, Bay State Park, just east of the Boys and Girls Club. And then on the west end of the project is the solar panels that you see at Water Street. And so that's the sliver of waterfront that we're talking about. The core design component is a waterfront path to formalize people being able to walk along this waterfront. And then whatever the neighborhood brings to the project. Another component is how do we bring people safely across Water Street to their waterfront? So we'll be looking at vehicular and pedestrian circulation of the 5 or 6 courts that link Water Street to this waterfront. We're all really excited. Sub-awards will be given to Boys and Girls Club, Si Se Puede, and Psychological Center for Homeless Outreach during the project.
Any questions, Councilor? All right, I hear no questions. All those in favor, please say aye. Any nays? Roll call.
Counselor, I apologize. Can we request a 30-day
Waive the 30
waiver?
days?
Yes.
That's something that the council, what was the motion?
Oh, I will adopt the 30, to waive the
Waive
30
the 30
days
days.
as part of the motion.
It's been, and who was the 1 second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, could you please, call the roll call?
Counselor Reyes,
Yes.
Counselor Marmal,
Yes.
Counselor Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon is noted as absent. Counselor LaPlante? Yes. Counselor Levy?
Yes.
Council President?
Vote yes. All right, thank you.
Congrats, it's gonna be a very beautiful project. Sorry, Council President.
Nope.
And congratulations to you. It's in your district.
So anybody from from the city that is here with another item from the police department, yes.
Please.
So let's, councilors, let's entertain,
Thank you, counselors.
thank you. The Budget and Finance Committee items, we have a couple from the police departments. Madam Vice President, do you mind going over the, Budget and Finance, Committee reports?
I'm gonna go to the top, item 390-25, acceptance of donated vehicle from the National Insurance Crime Bureau to the Lawrence Police Department was sent up as a favorable recommendation, and I make that as a formal motion.
There's a motion on the table, properly second discussion. There is no discussion. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Counselor Levy,
Yes.
Counselor LaPlante,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon is noted as absent. Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Marmal, Counselor Reyes, Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
I vote yes.
Council President, I'd like to make a motion to reconsider my vote.
There's a motion to reconsider.
Second.
Properly second discussion.
Council
Yeah.
President, the only reason why I'm be voting for this again, but I was a little late to the draw. I think what we should do on this, when we make the motion again, is if someone's gonna be doing us a donation like this, I think it'd be a very nice gesture on our part to send an official thank you to the individuals or to the organizations that's providing this, in this case, a vehicle. So I'd like to, when we do make the motion again, I'd like to amend the motion to ask for a letter of thanks, of gratitude from the city council to the individuals who are offering the vehicle.
All right. Madam Clerk, please call the roll for that, reconsideration.
Okay, this is on the same item is the motion to reconsider. So I'm going to start with Counselor Reyes. Counselor Marmal,
Yes.
Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon, noted as absent. Counselor LaPlante,
Yes.
Counselor Levy,
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
I vote yes. Well, who was the one, the underlying motion originally?
The underlying motion was
You?
favorable
So-
recommendation with,
No, but I mean,
Voice
it have to
motion.
be a new motion, so you can go ahead.
okay. The motion now is this item was sent up as a favorable recommendation, and I'm adding Counselor LaPlante's suggestion to send a thank you note to the National Insurance Crime Bureau on behalf of the entire city council, and I make that as a formal motion.
Second.
On the table, properly second, discussion? I hear none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Levy,
Yes.
Counselor LaPlante,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon is noted as absent. Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Marmal,
Yes.
Counselor Reyes,
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President.
I vote yes. Item 39725.
Item 397-25, authorization to expend $179,190 with 49 cents for the PSAP 9/11 training grant was brought up as as a favorable recommendation, and I make that as a formal motion.
There's a motion on the table, properly second by Councilor Reyes, discussion? Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Reyes,
Yes.
Counselor Marmal,
Yes.
Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon, noted as absent. Counselor LaPlante,
Yes.
Counselor Levy,
Yes.
Council Vice President,
Yes.
Council President.
But yes, item 39825.
Item 398-25, authorization to expend $299,861 from the 2026 Sharon Grant from the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security was sent up as a favorable recommendation, and I make that as a formal motion.
There's a motion on the table. Can you hear a second? Properly second by Councilor Reyes, discussion? There is Councilor, there is a little difference between, what is taken on this year's item related to this grant compared to previous items. So let's allow that, the police department to expand a little more on that.
Sure. Good evening, City Councils. My name is Rosa Shepherd, Director of Support Services at the Lawrence Police Department. This year, for this grant, we took a different approach. in the past, we have always chosen the organizations that were going to go ahead and work with the city on behalf of the police department. Just this year, we're going to follow the procurement process, which we're going to do an RFP or bid. We're going to put it out there. And we're going to choose 7 organizations that are going to be able to work with us. But those organizations has to have the history of working with youth at risk and have to demonstrate with not only a narrative, but they have to produce at least 1 year report that they have worked for the city of Lawrence and helping the youth at risk in the city of Lawrence.
When you say a year of experience, what that means? That means volunteering? That means working for pay or how?
It can be both since since it's a grant for the community. They have to demonstrate the programs that they have created or programs that are already working in the community.
Right. Councilors, any questions? I hear no questions, so Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
This is on document number 398. Counselor Levy,
Yes.
Counselor LaPlante,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon is noted as absent. Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Marmal,
Yes.
Counselor Reyes,
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
Yes. Yes.
Cancel.
Susan, what item are you looking for? 394. Okay. Let's go to the ordinance committee reports, and let's jump into item 39425. Councilor LaPlante and the chair of this committee provide us with this report.
39425 is the authorization of a contract of over 3 years, contract number 7220 with Groundwork Lawrence. This is to deal with the O'Connell Park renovations. This was set up to the full council with a favorable recommendation, and that's the motion.
There's a motion on the table, properly second. Discussion? Susan, do you mind giving us the intakes of the project very quick?
Good evening, councilors. Susan Fink, 6 Rockwood Lane in Lawrence. So this is for a contract that we have with Groundwork Lawrence. We entered into a contract with them in February of 2020 to provide services for the renovation of O'Connell Park, including community outreach, survey, design subcontractors, and construction management services. Unfortunately, then we had the COVID pandemic, so community outreach was delayed, and the project was stalled. We then, in the meantime, applied for a Land and Water Conservation Fund grant, which we were awarded. We went out to bid. Unfortunately, the bids came in well above the budget that we had, so we had to do some redesign. We eliminated the bandstand renovation because that was the largest high-cost item in the project. We decided to go with a different design firm. The firm we had originally worked with, Groundwork Lawrence, on wasn't quite capturing what the neighborhood wanted, so we got a new design firm. The project has been completed, but unfortunately there was some equipment failure on the splash pad that we need to address and some drainage issues. So we just need to keep Groundwork Lawrence on a little bit longer to finish up that, button that up and get their billing in. So we're looking to extend it till December of this year.
Councilors, any questions? I hear no, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
The document 394-25. Counselor Reyes,
Yes.
Counselor Marmal,
Yes.
Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon is noted as absent. Counselor LaPlante,
Yes.
Counselor Levy,
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
Yes.
Thank you, councilors.
Thank you. There is now any other city employee here today? We go on top of the agenda. The first item that we have on the agenda is public hearing, item 52824. Compensation for school committee members. Madam Clerk, please, read the notice.
Notice is hereby given that the Lawrence City Council will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, October 21, 2025, at 7 p.m. in the South Lawrence East Auditorium, 165 Crawford Street, Lawrence, Mass. Pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023 and in accordance with the recently revised City Council Rule 2, this meeting will be hybrid, allowing participation both in person and remotely to accommodate participants with health considerations that prevent them from participating in person. Access codes for remote participation are available from the city clerk, eileen.bernal@cityoflawrence.com, or 978-620-3230. Meeting is also available on Facebook and YouTube. The purpose of this hearing is to gather testimony, information, and public input concerning the proposed amendment to the revised ordinances of the City of Lawrence to be further amended by adding the following subparagraph to section 2.200 of the municipal code, parentheses, school committee, end parentheses. Chapter 2.200, school committee. School committee members, whether elected or appointed, shall receive a $10,000 per year stipend and be eligible for all benefits available to city council members. To the extent that there exist any ordinances to the contrary, they are hereby repealed in that respect only. Persons wishing to be heard shall be afforded the opportunity.
Public hearing is now open. Anybody from the public that wishes to speak? Name and address for the record, please.
Humayun Mali, 53 Chester Street. Good evening, honorable members. We, the citizen, are united and agree to ask from this honorable council to allow the compensation for our upcoming school committee members. These citizens, we stand up for the children in creation of the best public school in the nation for our city. We have the best teachers that teach in our public school. We have the best citizen and the parent. The teachers who inspire the whole world. The teachers who educate the children of the world. Education for the future of the Lawrence. Compensation for these group of the citizen that volunteering to run for the school committee is only symbolic. We demand of the future school committee members highest degree of the support of the teachers and the union. In this exciting moment that for the first time in the history of Lawrence, we're trying to have the school committee from all districts as at large and appointed. Lawrence Public School with the best support and appreciation of the teachers union. Lawrence Public School employees and Lawrence citizens are deserve to have the best elite citizen as our elected school committee and appointed school committee members to build the best future for the children of the Lawrence. Offering this small compensation shows that we, the Laurentian public education is important. Support of our teachers are important. The teachers who are true guardian of our children, making our city so proud that the future of the Lawrence depend on how well we support of our teachers and union. Public school in the Lawrence, we, the citizen, approve and we ask this honorable council to accept allowing the compensation for the Lawrence Public School elected school committee members. In this historical decision from this honorable council, we request to vote yes. Lawrence always strong, Lawrence always unite. Lawrence teachers, thank you. Because of you, Lawrence will rise again.
Right, anybody else from the public that wishes to speak? I hear none. At this time, public hearing is now closed. Councilors, what's the motion?
Motion to approve.
There is a motion on the two, on to approve, properly second discussion. I hear none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Levy,
Yes.
Counselor LaPlante,
Yes.
Counselor Luzon is noted as absent. Counselor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Counselor Marmal,
Yes.
Counselor Reyes,
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
Yes. Motion carries. So the next item that we have
Those-
is
Ordinance.
communication from the mayor, city officials, city attorney, there is none. Committee reports, we have the Budget and Finance Committee, we already finished with those. Housing Committee, there is no report. Ordinance Committee, the Chair of the Ordinance Committee, Councilor LaPlante. Item 37425.
This first item is for Hillside Ave, one-way from Yale Street to Havel Street in southerly direction. Was sent up to the full council with a favorable recommendation to order a public hearing. That's the motion.
Second.
There's a motion on the table, properly second discussion. All those in favor, Madam Clerk, please call the roll, please.
Councilor Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Marmal,
Yes.
Council Del Rosario,
Yes.
Councilor Marmal. I'm sorry, Councilor Luzon is noted as absent. Councilor LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Levy,
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
Yes. And the next item is item 375. Motion carries. The next item is 37525.
Councilors, I'm going to make this a motion, but I'm also going to make a motion to table, and I'm going to make a motion after that to reconsider the previous vote, and you'll find out why in a second. Document 37525 Ames Street, one-way, Havel Street to Yale Street in a northerly direction, was sent up to the full council with a favorable recommendation, pending a report and a study and a recommendation by the DPW city engineer. I don't see that. If anybody else has that, this is the time for us to know about it. If not, that's the motion. So I'm gonna put that out there as a favorable recommendation, and then I'm gonna make a motion to table.
Okay. There is a motion can you? repeat
It's,
the motion?
it's a favorable recommendation pending that. So, but what I'm going to do is after I get a second, I'm gonna make a motion to table to wait for the DPW
All right.
engineer.
There's a motion on the table. Can you hear a second?
Second.
Properly second. Now the motion to table will be in order.
I'd like to make a motion to table this matter and send correspondence again to DPW city engineer informing them that this matter is now before the full council and to provide the documentation so we can take a vote.
All
Second.
right. There's a motion on the table to table, properly second. Madam Clerk, please call the roll. And also to send correspondence to DPW. Yeah.
And the city engineer too, Council President?
Say that again, Councilor.
And send correspondent to the
Correct.
city engineer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So just with regard to this document 37524, I have a motion to order public hearing, no vote on that. And then motion to table.
So I think we're gonna make a motion to table. I mean, I can work around that a little bit. Maybe, now that, bear with me for a moment as I think out loud. We certainly can make a motion to table to wait for that information to come here. We certainly can order a public hearing, but I don't feel comfortable ordering a public hearing until we get that document. So yes, we're gonna make a motion to table and leave it here. Right, leave it here.
The motion is to table.
Right,
There's a motion to table, properly second.
no order of public hearing.
And
So you have a motion to do that.
We don't, we're gonna table that motion.
So that's what I was trying to clarify for the record.
Yep.
Thank you. So this is the motion to table, and I'm going to start with Councilor Reyes. She's saying yes? Thank you. Councilor Marmal?
Yes.
Councilor Del Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Luzon is noted as absent. Councilor LaPlante?
Yes.
Councilor Levy?
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante?
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez?
yes,
Council President,
Motion to reconsider?
the same facts are in place for document 37425. I'd like to make a motion to reconsider that motion again so we can treat both of them in the same way.
Second.
motion to reconsider, properly second. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
This is on a motion to reconsider
For item 37425.
37425. Councilor Levy?
Yes.
Councilor LaPlante?
Yes.
Councilor Luzon is noted as absent. Councilor Del Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor,
Councilor Luzon, can you take that, read that out? Yes, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Councilor Marmal?
Yes.
Councilor Reyes?
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante?
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez?
I vote yes. Can you call the roll for Councilor Luzon? She's on Zoom.
Did I miss her?
No, but you mean just call the roll first.
Oh, Counselor Luzon.
Present.
Counselor Luzon is noted as present. Thank you.
All right.
In case you were wondering, clerk, I was going to vote yes on that one. I'd like to make a motion now that we send correspondence to the DPW city engineer, asking them for the report and then tabling this matter.
There's a motion-
Second.
There's a motion to send correspondence to the DPW/city engineer, to send the report over to the city council. And a motion, together with a motion to table.
Second.
It's been properly second. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Reyes.
Yes.
Counselor Marmal.
Yeah.
Counselor Del Rosario.
Yes.
Counselor Luzon.
Yes, yes.
Counselor LaPlante.
One yes.
Counselor Levy.
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante.
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
I vote yes. Item 38025, Chair of the Budget, of the Ordinance Committee.
This is no parking, Irving Ave, between Hampshire Street and Bennington Street, from 6 PM to 7 AM. This was sent up to the full council with a favorable recommendation to order a public hearing. That's the motion.
Second.
Make note that it's from 6 PM to 7 AM.
There's a motion on the table, properly second discussion. I hear none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Madam Clerk,
Aye.
call the roll.
Counselor Levy.
Yes.
Counselor LaPlante.
Yes.
Counselor Luzon.
Yes,
Counselor Del Rosario.
Yes.
Counselor Marmal.
Yes.
Counselor Reyes.
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante.
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
Yes. Item 31525, Councilor LaPlante.
4/15/25,
Four- 415, sorry.
hayride for Halloween event on Camp Union Common, October 24th, from 6 to 10 PM. This was sent up to the full council with a favorable recommendation. Make that in the form of a motion.
There is a motion on the table, properly second. Madam Clerk, please, any questions? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Reyes. Counselor Marmal.
Yes.
Counselor Del Rosario.
Yes.
Counselor Luzon.
yes,
Counselor LaPlante.
Yes.
Counselor Levy.
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante.
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
I vote on the affirmative, motion carries. Item 41625,
This is Life, Health, and Wealth Community Cleanup Walk 2025 at the Arlington School to Howard Park on October 25th of this year from 10 AM to 2 PM. This was sent up to the full council with a favorable recommendation. That's the motion.
the motion is to accept that, properly second discussion. It says community cleanup walk.
So again, I think they're gonna walk and clean as they go, and then starting at one end and finishing at the other.
Like,
Sounds ambitious.
Councilor Del Rosario is going to headquarter and he's going to be one of the guest speakers of this. Is that right, Councilor?
I haven't received the invite yet, so.
All right, any questions? You're gonna walk and clean. All those in, Madam Clerk, please call the roll, please.
Counselor Reyes.
Yes.
Counselor Marmal.
Yes.
Counselor Del Rosario.
Yes.
Counselor Luzon.
yes,
Counselor LaPlante.
Yes.
Counselor Levy.
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante.
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
Vote yes. Now we're going to Personnel Committee, item 39325, Madam Chair for the Personnel Committee, Councilor Infante.
Item 393-25, appointment of Jacqueline Marmol, unenrolled voter to the Board of Registrars, was sent up as a motion to withdraw, was sent up as a withdrawal, and I make that as a formal motion.
Is a motion to withdraw? Properly
Second.
seconded. Discussion? There is some discussion, Councilor LaPlante?
I just want to hear, I just think it's important, especially this time of year, why this is being withdrawn.
Yep.
Or why there's a recommendation to be withdrawn.
Yep. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
I'm gonna say, defer to the. packet as well. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not. What's it again? That's what it is.
In short, we did have correspondence from Secretary Galvin's office. We reached out to them directly and asked with regard to an unenrolled voter, and there's some very unique circumstances where you could do it, but this didn't meet any of the criteria. Their normal and regular is that persons being appointed by a mayor should fall into one of the two major political parties. And there's restrictions. Right now, we have two Democrats on the board, a vacancy, and a Republican. So the person being appointed should be a Republican. And the person being appointed was unenrolled. So at that, because of that, the Secretary's office recommended that we not entertain this matter. So the committee chose to withdraw it.
Thank you.
Right. Councilors, any questions? At this time, Madam Clerk, please call the roll. The motion to withdraw.
Motion to withdraw. Counselor Reyes?
Yes.
Counselor Marmal?
Yes.
Counselor Del Rosario?
Yes.
Counselor Luzon?
Yes.
Counselor LaPlante?
Yes.
Counselor Levy?
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante?
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez?
Yes. All right, Public Safety Committee, there is no report. Economic Development Committee, there is no report. Economic, Community Committee of the Whole, there is no report. We have two old business councilors that we need to take care of. One of them is for item 24525. This item is being recommended to hold off an item to be discussed on the next meeting. So what we'll do, we will follow the recommendation of the administration. And the next item is the next item is 1425. Vote to confirm locations of the November City Council meeting per City Rule number 2. We're here today, councilors, and I don't foresee the chambers to be ready for November 6th due to the fact that we're gonna have the early voting that full week gonna take place at the chambers as we announced. And also after that, the following week, we believe that employees that are working on the chambers will be busy doing personal matters. So we will ask the council to reconsider moving this meeting again to this location on the November 6th meeting. I'll take recommendation at this point.
I make a motion to have the November 6th meeting at the South Lawrence East School Auditorium located at 165 Crawford Street, Lawrence, Mass.
Second.
There's a motion on the table, properly second, discussion. I hear none. All those, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Levy?
Yes.
Counselor LaPlante?
Yes.
Counselor Luzon?
Yes.
Counselor Del Rosario?
Yes.
Counselor Marmal?
Yes.
Counselor Reyes?
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante?
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez?
Vote on the affirmative, motion carries. So any table matters that we would like to discuss? I hear none, we're going straight to new business. Item 41825, authorization to spend $405,377 BISAP 911 support and incentive grant. That's going to the Budget and Finance Committee. Item 41925, authorization to spend $23,846 fiscal year 2023 SOBR grant address verification program. That's going to the Budget and Finance Committee. Item 42025, authorization to spend $23,846 fiscal year 2024 SOBR grant address verification program. That's going to the Budget and Finance Committee. Item 42125 fiscal year 2026 property tax classification hearing. That's going to the Budget and Finance Committee. Item 42225 disclosure of conflict of disclosure of conflict, city employee as poll worker on the election day, Maria Halloran. This will require a vote today, councilors, if we want to allow Maria Halloran to participate on the election. For that, we need to suspend rules. Suspend the rule first and then to avoid sending it to committee and then be able to discuss this item at this level. Can I hear a motion, councilors, to suspend the rules and not to be sent to committee? There is a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Properly second, discussion.
Discussion.
Councilor Blunt.
So I want to ask this now and not during the next vote. How important is it that we have this worker or any more workers to be working on the election? We're about to go ahead and go into a pretzel mode, is what I call it, to try to shoehorn things that are coming in late. And the question I ask, is it really an emergency? We're not doing an emergency vote yet, but I'm anticipating that. Do we really need to get that done tonight?
Madam Clerk?
Yeah, we have some strong city employees who really do a great job helping with the election. Maria had traditionally been one of those key people and hadn't done it for the last few years. We did speak and we actually invited her to please do this. So it would be helpful to the office if she can get this accommodation, and if she can't, we do understand. It did come in late, but if possible, my office would really appreciate the accommodation if possible.
Any other questions? I hear none. I'll call the questions to suspend the rules. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
This is on suspending the rules. Councilor Reyes? Councilor Marmal?
Yes.
Council Del Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Luzon? Councilor Luzon? At this time, I'm going to note that she's abstaining on this item. Councilor LaPlante?
No.
Councilor Levy?
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante?
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez?
Yes, what's the count?
The count is, in favor, one, voting no, and one, voting absent, being absent.
Motion carries. All right, now that we suspend the rule not to send it to committee, we'll be able to discuss this item here. At this point, I entertain a motion, councilors, to be able to discuss this for the disclosure of conflict.
Motion to approve.
Point of parliamentary inquiry.
Councilor Blunt.
We just took a vote to suspend the rules so we don't send it to the committee, right? Doesn't there, if we're going to be taking action tonight, doesn't that require an emergency? Because we're going to take action tonight, it's going to be effective this evening?
I'm sorry. You're asking me. Yeah, that would be the best course of action, is to declare an emergency.
Motion to declare item
422.
422-25 as an emergency for community convenience of the public.
Right, we are declaring this item as an emergency for the convenience of the public. And I can hear a second. Properly second, discussion. I hear no discussion. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor Reyes? Councilor Marmal?
Yes.
Council Del Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Luzon? Noted as absent. Councilor LaPlante?
No.
Councilor Levy?
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante?
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez?
Yes, what's the
Same again, is the 611, so.
Council President, let me just remind that we need to reverse the roll call votes on those. I believe it was the same one twice in a row.
motion carries. Yes, we'll take care of that. I noted that. Now I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
The motion to approve, properly second, discussion. I hear none. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor Levy?
Yes.
Councilor LaPlante?
Yes.
Councilor Luzon? Noted as absent. Councilor Del Rosario?
Yes.
Councilor Marmal?
Yes.
Councilor Reyes?
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Councilor Rodriguez.
Vote yes. What's the count?
I vote yes.
All right, motion carries. Item, congratulations, Maria. Item 42325, Servicio Evangelístico, Campaña en Común, November 8, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is going to the Ordinance Committee. Item 42425, handicap parking at 124 Trenton Street. That's going to the Ordinance Committee. Item 42525, removal of handicap parking located at 18 Fulton Street. That's going to the Ordinance Committee. Item 42625, removal of handicap parking of 117 High Street. That's going to the Ordinance Committee. Item 42825, removal of handicap parking 43 M Street. That's going to the Ordinance Committee. That was item 42725, removal of handicap parking of 43 M Street. Now, item 42825, rename a portion of Orchard Street to Jackson Terrace. That's going to the Ordinance Committee. Item 42925, resident parking at Saratoga Street between Stamps and Arlington Street. That's going to the Ordinance Committee. Item 43025, no parking area on Perth Street. That's going to the Ordinance Committee. Now, councilors, we are gonna entertain. We're gonna ask, for subcommittee meetings. Ordinance,
Next Tuesday, October 28th, 7 p.m.
it's Tuesday, and then we have Budget and Finance.
I'm gonna do my colleagues a favor. I'm gonna do Monday, 7 p.m. so that you guys can have the rest of the week. October 27th.
Any other committee? All right, if any other meeting, for other committee, they can, please reach out to Teresa to, schedule those meetings. Yes, all the subcommittee meetings also gonna be Zoom. So if you have, if you would like to participate on any of those meetings, make sure that you request the Zoom link, members of the public who would like to participate. Councilors, any other item? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Is anything pending?
Roll call.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll. I think I'm forgetting something.
Councilor Levy,
Yes.
Councilor LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Luzon, noted as absent, Councilor Del Rosario,
Yes.
Councilor Marmal,
Yes.
Councilor Reyes,
Yes.
Council Vice President Infante,
Yes.
Council President Rodriguez.
I vote yes. Carries. Thank you, councilors.
Good night.